After warm-up, engine surges continually. Almost quits, then surges, even at 3/4 throttle. It is a 17 horsepower V-twin model #42A707. Both air filters are clean, plugs and fuel filter new last fall. Carb has been redone by Small Eng Tech 2 weeks ago. Motor is 10 years old, oil is changed every fall. Compression is 90 pounds on left and 100 on right. Starts okay with choke and throttle, but after choke is released and it is at idle it starts surging. Sometimes after shutdown it turns over but won't start. 10 minutes. Later it starts. The last 2 months I have used Shell Premium Fuel Model #42A707 family #EVS7482VE274567 code number 99,100,658 type 2653E1.
Welcome to Just Answer Small Engines, let me try to help you. This is the flathead design engine. Is it hard to start when hot? The valves have likely lost their clearance, and when it warms up, the valves start to leak, causing low power, hard starting, and rough running. The valves can be checked through the front vent covers, but there is no adjustment. To adjust the valves, they have to be removed from the block and the ends ground off to get clearance. http://www.briggsandstratton.com/support/frequently asked questions/servicing %20 the %20 valves/. Here is Briggs' site, with detail on the valves. Our chat has ended, but you can still continue to ask me questions here until you are satisfied with your answer. Come back to this page to view our conversation and any other new information. What happens now? Or, you can reply to me using the box below. Scroll up to view response. Please do not rate until satisfied.
I check the compression with the engine cold. Should I do it when it is hot, and what should it be?
Compression about 100 pounds per square inch is okay, but it does not show what is happening with the valves. Hot or cold will likely be the same, but the valve clearance is what needs to be checked. Any clearance will work. 006 in would be great, but 0 will not work. That is when the power is lost, rough idle, and hard starting when hot.
Where is this valve clearance that you mention? Is it between the valve stem and cam, or is it between the valve face and the block? Or are the valves not opening far enough or not long enough to allow enough air and gas in?
The link I sent shows the valve adjustment, but it is between the valve stem and the lifter. The valves lose clearance and leak, causing the problem? I have old Craftsman with same engine, it had same problem until I reworked the valves to get some clearance. It now starts and runs like new.
I checked the link, and the way I understand it is that the valves need to be reseated, and that would be eliminating clearance between the valve and the block. If the valve lost clearance between the stem and lifter, then it would not open far enough or long enough to allow the correct amount of fuel/air mixture.
With no clearance, the valves do not seat, and compression is lost. It is not much, but enough to make big difference on the way it works.
I apologize for dragging this on, but I understand it to be that there is no clearance between the valve stem and the lifter. If so, why? I would think that it would be the other way, that after so many years of use that the valve stem would start to wear down, causing a gap or clearance. Relist, other. I waited the 15 minutes and did not receive a reply.
Hello, welcome to Just Answers. My name is XXXXXXXXXX. I would like to help you with your question as the valve seats and valve surfaces where the valve is able to drop lower into the head, and thus reducing the clearance between the valve stem and the lifter tappet. I would like to know if you pull the choke out part way if the surging goes away.
I like your explanation of how the valves drop lower into the head. Now I can understand the no clearance part much better. Yes, the surging goes away. Relist, other. I have waited another 15 minutes.
Okay, then in my opinion the issue is likely still in the fuel system. You can check where like this. Run the machine with the choke out a bit, enough to clear up the surging. This will not hurt anything. If the surging comes back after running for a bit, then the issue is either with the fuel delivery to the carb, tank or fuel lines, carb pump, or inlet valve. If the surging stays gone with the choke out, then the issue is in the carb jets. With the first problem, tank, lines, carb pump or inlet, then the unit would still be difficult to restart after it stalls, so this is where I am thinking the problem lies. To be clear, it is still possible that the valves are an issue. However, with a twin cylinder it rarely affects both sides at the same time. Get back with me on the fuel and we can go from there.
Tim, I have run the machine since my last reply to you, and this is how it went. After warming up, the surging starts, however it does start to decrease as the choke is pulled on. The surging continues after the choke is released even at 3/4 throttle. While at idle I can see what appears to be small droplets of gas coming out of the carb during its surging. I completely remove the air filter.
I think your issue is definitely in the fuel delivery. If you can run the mower, and even cut with it with the choke on part way, then I would say carburetor. If the surging comes back with the choke on part way while mowing, then it is likely a restriction in the line.
Tim, I liked your service, your explanation of the valves. I could understand the clearance part with how you worded it. So before I start doing anything with the valves, I will go over the fuel system again. Thanks. XXXXX.
You are welcome. Please let me know if you need anything further.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/ythi.